Hello everybody, welcome to Rimworld ShadeOfDead style. I'm ShadeOfDead and we're going to take a look at this and start a new colony. Kind of have some fun on it. I've had a lot of fun with this. I've played a couple little colonies, not even to completion, but I've played a couple, and just the stories and stuff that kind of organically come out of it are pretty fun, and I really enjoy it. So we're going to give this a try. I have some mods installed. If you want to know what they are, pause your video, take a look, and these ones, take a look. Alright, and real quick, we get bees, we can have coffee, we have more flooring. Light bulbs are a little bit more efficient because they drain so much power otherwise. We can fish. I'm just going to go over the important ones. I'm probably not going to use this or that probably, but embrasures, laser drill, I can make new hot springs or remove hot springs. We can do hospitality with the different visitors that we have. More information about animals. I can perform cadaver autopsies to increase my medical skill. This is just quality of life. It just makes it a lot easier. This is just flooring that you put over your crops, so it looks like it's tilled soil, so they kind of look like crops. Weapons, armor, weapons, people, factions and stuff. Storytellers, probably won't use those. High-tech stuff. Animal bionics, and more vanilla turrets. I don't think I need this, but more vanilla turrets. Alright. So we're going to do a new colony. We're going to do crash landed. This is just kind of the basic one. You got 3 people. They crash, land on a planet, and this is the stuff that they either have right next to them or pretty close to them, and also things that are scattered about the map that you can use. And as far as storytellers, I think we'll do Cassandra Classic Rough. If you haven't ever played this before, like, she's kind of fair, I guess. You know, rough stuff and then some good stuff, and then rough stuff and then some good stuff, and that kind of deal. Phoebe is kind of easy mode, supposedly. She can still beat you up real good. The main difference is that after she does do something terrible, there is a cooldown time before she does something terrible again to you. And these are kind of like the different ways the AI storyteller works in the game. And then Randy Random, he just does whatever. These are the other ones that I downloaded. They're one of those mods. She like gives you this really easy situation, and then when you get towards the end, as time goes by, it just ramps straight up and she just murders you. She's constantly giving you pain and problems, and she's constantly attacking you. So like, she'll blight your crops, and then I don't know, somebody gets an infection, and then who knows. But we're just gonna do Cassandra Classic, just the regular crash landed. Let's see what happens if I type in ShadeOfDead. See what kind of world we get. 400 by 300 generate. Want a lot of room to pick, and get a fairly generic looking world. All right, let's look. Well, we got some real cold stuff up in these mountains here. First of spring, 11th of fall. You can see like growing period here, how much rainfall they get, elevation, all this stuff. Average winter is this, average summer is that. See, this isn't even very cold. It's above freezing. Maybe slightly too warm. I can grow from towards the end of winter to the beginning of winter. There's basically 10 days of actual winter in this place. It's just a little bit too much. If I want to grow year round, Basically, I want to be like in a desert where it's hard anyway. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do a desert. Deserts are hard. There's no trees. Wood is scarce. What's this? Oh, faction base. Can I spawn in on their site? That would be interesting. Although they probably would not enjoy having me messing with their stuff, I'm gonna guess. Alright, so let's see if we can find right around here. 6 of spring, 6 of fall. That seems pretty good. Let's find some large hills. Meh. Oh, I like granite. I like granite. I don't want to be a mountain though. I don't want to be in the mountains. Marble and sandstone. Small hills. I like the large hills too. I think it just gives more to the map. We'll just do this. Slate, sandstone, marble. From the 6th of spring to the 6th of the fall, so you can't even start at the beginning of spring. You've got to wait a little while. But that's half a year, a growing period, basically. And I think there's like 15 days per season. So when you see that, then you know it's like 1 through 15 is, you know, the 1st of spring to the 15th of spring is the entire season of spring. So we'll select that site. Now we've got to figure out what we want for characters. The way this works is you kind of look at it. Here's all their skills. The little fiery things are, he's interested, so he learns at times 100% speed, normal speed basically. If you're not interested, you only learn at 33%. And if you are burning passion, you learn at 150%. So he's going to get really good at taming animals, even though he's not right now. If I make him do animals, then he'll get really good at it. Medicine here, you know, he's really good at medicine. He's good at construction. This guy's actually pretty good. He's only incapable of social and artistic. Well, and he's a fast walker. It makes him move faster. He's trigger happy, which means he's not going to be accurate, but he's going to shoot faster. And he's a hard worker, which this guy's pretty good. I mean, this is maybe a down, having no social. I mean, he's not a social guy anyway, so that's all right. We'll take this guy. He'll be our doctor and constructor and crafter. Perfect. That works. And and I can change their names. What appears? So, if you guys are interested in having that be part of it, if you want your name in here, say so in the comments down below. And as we get more people, I'll add your names in. If I do another season or something, I can use that list as well. But as you want to be added to this, just comment down below. Hey, add my name, or add this name for me, or whatever. Of course, I'm not going to take anything inappropriate. You guys know what to do. Don't be inappropriate. Just don't do that. All right. And we got Dark Eye, the Death Jack. All right, he was a student socialite. See, this is the fun part. So he was a factory worker. Grew up in a large factory city. Poverty was rampant. Food was scarce. Worked for all the wages he could get. So he finally scraped up enough money. Went to some schooling on medicine to become a doctor. Ended up becoming a combat medic after his country entered a large-scale war. His few years in his trenches, trying to keep his fellow soldiers alive, gave him an acute sense for first aid. Losing many friends have made him stoic and reserved. So he's shooting +2, melee +1, medicine +6, but he's not artistic, and he cannot negotiate. He's just very reserved. So this is fine. He's not going to be my negotiate guy anyway. You. No. Next. Alright. Mining and artistic. That's not. Wow. Alright. Why is your melee so high? Oh my gosh, you can just beat people up. But you're not great otherwise. I do need a grower, but I don't want anybody who can't do dumb labor. That's just so annoying to start with people who can't do dumb labor, which is basically hauling stuff, like picking up stuff and taking it to where you're going to store it. This guy's kind of all around. He is jealous and a slowpoke, though. See, I hate it when they're social, but then they're abrasive. Because it's like, abrasive like almost cuts it, their social in half, really. It's pretty bad. Don't really want that. You can be a shooter. You're okay at growing. You can get better. And you have cancer. Major untreated growing. I don't want to start with that. What can't you do? You can't do crafting or research. Can you research? No. I'm going to need somebody with research if I take you. But you can be my grower. And no. 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 I'll be back after I've kind of picked out 3 people here. And I'll see you then. Okay. This is what I have decided on. This is the 3 people. Veer, she was part of an apocalypse survivor. Billions died. Her and her parents did whatever they had to do to survive. And when they finally were able to get off the planet, she became a low-wage worker. And she just, after the trauma of what happened, she just, yeah, this is where she kind of landed. And that was more of a pity job, probably. She's heat tolerant. She doesn't like it to get real cold, so she's gonna be grumpy in the winter. She's a hard worker, and she has a green thumb, so her growing skill is pretty good. She's a good cook. She's okay with animals. She's ready to learn all of these and get better at them. She probably won't do social much. And she can do some crafting. You know, not really much in researching or artistic. She can. She's just not good at it at all. It feels foreign to her. So, then we can do a little fishing, and we're not going to probably do any managing, but it's there. Now, before I go much farther, there are relations in the game that you have with other people, and they can be quite strange, and they are completely random. So I'm not going to judge that Van has Elvira as his sister and his ex-wife. It comes out with a net gain of +5, so it all works out, because I guess blood is thicker than marriage. Ugh. And nephew is Frenchie, Jean Frenchie de Dion, who is a faction leader. Now, I don't know what faction he's in charge of. If I'd known that, I would have landed near his faction. It might have been better off for me. But we get a +10 right there, right? This gets weirder, but anyway, he was a medieval lordling on a world that kind of hadn't progressed past carts and wagons, full of settlers. He was a lordling there. Which makes him worse at like some of the manual labor, but it doesn't keep him from doing it. But he is very social, which is kind of why he's here. And then this all fell apart, and he ended up being a drifter. He walked off, and so then he started doing some construction and cooking and stuff like that. He's a brawler. He's not good at shooting anybody. He can. He's just not. He doesn't know anything about it. And he's industrious. He works when he starts doing something. He works faster on it. But he's really good at stabbing things, and he's gonna get way better at it. So, yeah. And then we got Elvira. Now, she was a sickly child, and she felt helpless all the time. So when she grew up, she became a bodyguard, and she got bit on the torso by some rabid fan. So she's always going to be in a bit of pain, which is going to make her mood a little worse. Now, she can't do social. Alright, she can't firefight because she's a pyromaniac. I don't necessarily, on my original people, I don't really like having these incapable ofs, but social's not bad, firefighting isn't too bad. It depends on how much pyromania she gets involved in. And she's a fast walker. She can get to where she needs to go. She is our doctor. She is our best at shooting, and she is our researcher. So that's going to be hunting, doctoring, researching, maybe a little growing in there. And her son is Frenchie, who is his nephew, who was also this is his uncle, who was once his father at one point. And we got the ex-husband brother thing going on again. So we've got an interesting group here. Van and Elvira, or Ulvira. Weird. Did I accidentally put that W in there? I think I did. I think I accidentally added that W. Yeah, I did. And then we got Veer. Verinja. I think Vera is a better name for you. There we go. And she's not the least weird of them all, even though she was an apocalypse survivor. Although she's going to hate the winter. Alright, let's go. Let's land on this planet and let's see what happens. Generating map. Three of you awake in your crypto sleep. Stuffing things. To the sounds of sirens ripping metal, you barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld as pieces of the shredded starship fall around you. You start making plans to survive. And here we come. Boom. And we have a pet dog. We have a Labrador Retriever, which we haven't named yet. But that's actually pretty good. Labradors are good. We can teach you to haul. And we will teach you to rescue and release, but let's learn how to haul first, and then the dog will occasionally grab things and haul them back where they go. We've got a squirrel running around here, but that's not our pet. You're my shooter. You want the big rifle. You, what do you have? No shooting, so you get the knife, and you get the pistol. And that's kind of how you start out with on gear and equipment. Now, ooh, we got pieces here. Oh, I'm really digging this spot here. It's kind of rough because I mean I've got all of this to defend or wall off, and even if I wall it off, they're gonna still come at that wall and try to tear it down. But we got a water here. We got some good cropland right here. I think that's good cropland. Yeah, rich soil. Fertility 140. We got some mud mixed in there though. So like if I look, yeah, that's not as important as it first appeared to be. And this is all mud, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Is there any big patch of good cropland anywhere? We could move up into this corner, although being in the corners is not necessarily a good thing. Ooh, boomalopes. They tend to, when they get angry, well, they're really dangerous because when they die, they explode. And they explode big, like 5 or 6 blocks in all directions. And that's pretty deadly. But I think this is our best bet. We'll build up here on the stone. We can plant in here. We can have some fishing. And this part's going to be the hardest to defend. I mean, they can't really get through here without digging through the wall. Well, no, they can. They can walk through the shallow water. Building on mud is nearly impossible. We've got some components. We got some steel that we can get here. We've got, what is this? Limestone. Alright. I think that's where we want to be. And the other thing I need to do is like start selecting things that are laying out here. Those are all animals, aren't they? Ooh, we got a family of boars down here. Boom rat. They explode too, just not quite as big. What is all that? Animals. Are those animals? What is that? Oh, it's a ibex doe. An ibex. All right. But it does like throw like random items around the map. Like here's some iron. Just a block of iron up there in the corner for no obvious reason. We'll say to get it. It's early. We've got time to run around and do a little bit of that where they can run off and grab stuff. Animals. Sometimes it's easiest just to do this. To find all the pieces and things. What is all that? Oh, bunny rabbits from... Ooh, bunny rabbits for days. We got 4 bunny rabbits. Female. They might attack me. Okay, male. Male. Female. Now, if I can get those, we got food for days. All this stuff here. Medicine we're gonna want. The silver, that's your money. Iron, you too. The food, I gotta tell them to take it, otherwise they won't. Components, take those. What's this? Slag. Alright. Pieces of steel. We got some starter wood nearby, and we're almost where I want to be. My only other option is in here, but I think I like this, and we'll try to keep everything small. Ooh, this might be bad though. Well, we'll deal with it if it comes down to that. And this makes this easy too, because we can just deconstruct this stuff. We won't yet. We don't need to yet. It's a long ways away. Or not a long ways away, but it is a long ways away from where we currently are. What is that? Limestone. All right. And sandstone. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a stockpile. And I think right in here looks like a really good spot. Kind of out of the way. And for right now, we'll just allow everything and change things as we go. Yes, I know they'll put dead corpses in there, but that's not going to be an issue when that comes. We got a lot of good hunting. We got trees around. We'll probably... chop wood. Chop all of that. And start hauling, I think. Let's get our manual priorities up here. Let's go ahead and make haul a priority, and then everybody will get all the stuff down there once they pick up their weapons. Everybody will start grabbing stuff. How many do you have? Oh, you're carrying 10. They only come in 10. Yeah, I need beds. I know. It's already harassing me and telling me I need to do things. Goodness.